So I've come to the realization that I've had an L take. This realization probably happened about a week ago. But originally I had some sort of feeling about Israel versus Palestine. And as a conservative, I was probably one of the few people. And I've now come to the conclusion that, my feelings and thoughts on Israel versus Palestine are completely wrong. Does this mean that I love Israel? No. However, they're not committing a genocide. And it's far from it. And it took some rational people, some experts to kind of persuade me on that. And funny enough, me coming from an Intel background, you would think that I would know better, although I didn't. So this is just me making a post saying that I had an L take. Israel's not committing a genocide. Palestine is knowingly putting their people in harm's way to get funding. And October 7th was a real event, and in many ways worse than our 9/11. So fuck Hamas. So my video about me being pro-Palestinian and switching over to pro-Israel is now making its rounds on the internet, and a lot of people have been asking questions, and this person kind of put them in order for me that I think it's pretty easy to answer, and so I'm going to answer these questions accordingly. So number one, what was my position before I was pro-Palestinian? I was sort of manipulated by the media, and I was kind of in a weird position because I was conservative and I took the stance that a lot of Democrats are holding. I thought I had all the facts, and turns out that I didn't. Number two is, what is my position now? I am pro-Israel. Number three, what made me change my mind? So number three was what made me change my mind. I watched a few podcasts and I came to a conclusion that I thought was reasonable, is that not only is Israel not committing a genocide, they are defending their nation state. Those two podcasts were, one was trigonometry and another one was an Arab Israeli talking at Oxford University. Number four, I think the question is like, how did it affect my family life? It didn't affect it much. In the U.S., we're not really affected by international politics when we speak about them. My wife was kind of on the fence as well, and I think that was kind of based off of my views, but she was definitely more pro-Israel than I was. So number five is, what did I believe in the beginning that I do not believe now? I think I've already sort of answered that question, but I'll go ahead and answer it again. Before I believed that Israel was committing a genocide, I no longer believe that. Before I believed that Hamas was just a small group that was influencing people in Palestine, I did not realize how big their network actually was. And with my Intel background, that's what we call shadow networks. I also believed that the October 7th attack was something that was kind of like a hoax. I think that was because, from my standpoint, on social media where I was present, there wasn't a lot of videos that were circulating. There were people that were talking about it, but I was like, I'm not seeing a lot of this. And used to, if I was getting information that was kind of like something that it's hard to obtain online, I would get it through LiveLeak. Currently LiveLeak's down, so I don't really have access to any of that. Christians do believe that there is one martyr, that's Jesus Christ. We do not believe in martyrdom the same way that Islam believes in martyrdom. Meaning, you will never find a Christian that straps a bomb to his chest and runs into a classroom full of kids and then blows himself up. In Islam, you will find that. In Christianity, our martyrdom means dying for anyone. It is called the ultimate sacrifice, meaning you give up your life for somebody else. In Islam, martyrdom means your kid goes to school and you don't say goodbye, you say Allah Akbar, and then you never pick up your kid. So really bad comparison there.